understand what it meant in today's financial landscape. So these are our products. We have over 400 products. We have always specialized in the wellness, beauty, and health industry. So we don't get into house cleaning products or any of that. We are just focusing on health, wellness, and beauty synergistically from the inside out. We're not a skincare company. We're not a cosmetics company. We are a health and wellness company. We are known for our anti-aging skincare. We have anti-aging skincare. We have skincare for more youthful skin. We have skincare for babies. We have skincare for acne-prone skin. We have hair care. We have body care. We have nutrition. We have cosmetics. We have a men's line. We are a family company. So this is our store. This represents our store. You can also see it online because we're click and order. Really quick about our products. The difference in our products is it's not only what's in them, but what's not in them. So I mentioned that all of our products are Swiss formulated. That means we're formulating according to Swiss laws. What that means is, in Switzerland, there are 1,300 plus chemicals that are illegal to use in these kinds of products. Okay? In 1,300 plus. In Switzerland, ingredients have to be proven safe before they will put it in a formula. Okay? Also, I think it's really interesting that in Europe, the healthcare is paid for by the government. So it's in their best interest to have a healthy people, right? Yeah. Well, we're privatized here, so it's not always in America's best interest to have healthy people, because let's face it, the money's in medicine, right? The money's in the medicine, not in the cure. You know, you're in healthcare. So, in the U.S., the FDA actually does not oversee this industry. It's a self-regulated industry. The inmates are running the asylum, is how I describe it. So, compared to Switzerland, in the U.S., what we do is we have to prove that something is toxic before we will agree to take it out. In fact, Johnson & Johnson right now is in a huge lawsuit for having in their baby formula, no-tear shampoo formula, they have two ingredients in their formula. When they're combined, they form formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is what we embalm bodies with. Yeah. If any of you have ever taken a science class and done dissected anything, that's formaldehyde. So, very bad. Right, very bad. So we have to, we have to prove something toxic before we take it out. Does anyone want to take a guess, compared to 1,300 chemicals that are banned in Switzerland, how many we're banning here in the United States? About a dozen. It's actually 8 to 10. I'm being nice by saying about a dozen. So 1,300 banned, about a dozen in the United States banned. So what I love is that we're an American company. We're over here in Irvine, California, but we've been formulating according to laws that we don't have to go by, but we do. We've been doing that since 1980. Peter Mork was our founder. He was a botanist. As a botanist, he worked with herbs and plants and botany, the field of botany. So he knew the kinds of ingredients that were being put in products. So he had this vision, more than that, we launched 35 years ago, but he had this vision years ago, and we've always been vegan, we've always been non-GMO, we've always been gluten-free, we've always been Swiss formulated, we've always been pure, safe, and beneficial, and he had that vision when people didn't even know what that meant. I didn't know what vegan meant. Now, it's like you can't walk down an aisle in a grocery store and not see organic, gluten-free, vegan. I mean, that's like, there's a health and wellness revolution going on. So we're a very future-forward company. We were ahead of our time. Now, the times, we've met up with people's demand and people are educating themselves, and we've had these products all along, and all of a sudden, boom, there's this explosion happening in Arbonne. So that's a little bit about our products. I want to tell you one other fact about products, and then I'm going to move on to our distribution system and then close it up. Our skin is our largest organ. Everything that we put on our skin goes into our bloodstream, right? It's a very efficient delivery system. Those of you in the healthcare industry, you know about transdermal patches. You know about medication that was administered through a patch, the nicotine patch, birth control patch, diabetes medication through a patch, even some heart medication, pain medication through a patch. Because what have we found? We have found that we can get those chemicals into people's blood faster than if they take something, than if they ingest it. So the expression used to be, you are what you eat. You are what your body absorbs. So what are we putting on ourselves every day? What are we putting under our arms? What are we brushing our teeth with? What are we washing our hair with? What are we lathering ourselves up in? What are we washing our babies in? What are our what are our husbands or boyfriends, shaving with? What is that stuff? Well, what we're learning is that it's full of a lot of garbage. A lot of toxic ingredients that we are learning are linked to ADD, ADHD, infertility, autism. Autism, I didn't hear autism growing up. Now it's like you hear autism all the time. Infertility, you hear all the time. Cancer, huge one. There's an ingredient called parabens. Parabens is a synthetic preservative that what it's designed for is to give products a shelf life of 6 to 8 years. That's actually, Arbonne couldn't even work in the traditional system, because in the traditional system, it has to have preservatives to give it 6 to 8 years shelf life. Ours come fresh from Arbonne. We don't have a shelf life like that. We don't have it pumped full of preservatives. We're using natural preservatives like absorbic acid from,
So how long does it last then?
Everything has a date on it. Everything has a date, and everything has it says like 6 months, 12 months. It has on the label there. So that's a little bit more, just about ingredients and why we need to get a little bit more, just I guess smarter about what we're putting on our bodies. Most of us read labels today, and that's what I really feel that we do in this business. I'm a national vice president, but I'm probably one of the worst salespeople in my entire organization. And the reason is because I don't focus on selling, I focus on educating. People are going to make their own purchasing decisions. I'm not even selling them anything off my table. I'm showing people how to go to a website and shop online. That's what we are. We're the advertising and marketing arm of this company. We're showing people how to shop online from Arbonne instead of giving their money to a big box retailer that's giving them or selling us toxic stuff. So let me segue into our business model. So our business model is called network marketing. When my friend Carrie, or my acquaintance, I didn't even know she was my friend, I met her one time, when this woman introduced this to me, my first question was, stop right there, is this network marketing? And that's how I said it. And she said, oh yeah. And I went, oh, okay, cool. Like, why'd she say it that way? She must know something that I don't know. She lives in Scarsdale, which is one of the most affluent communities in the entire country. She, had really nice shoes and a really nice bag. The night that I met her, I'm like, maybe she knows something. Maybe I was living in an apartment in West Hollywood. I was like, maybe I should listen to this girl. So I always had said no to any network marketing opportunity because I didn't KNOW the value of a network marketing business. I didn't understand what a global asset was. I didn't understand residual income. Outside of my acting career, I didn't understand how another industry or another business model could offer me residual income. I didn't know. I went to college. I was taught to go to school, get good grades, get a job, and if you work for a company for 40 years, you're lucky, and guess what? There's no pension anymore. So I was taught a certain way. My vision was like this, my thinking was like this, and then all of a sudden it started expanding because I started learning about an industry that I had no idea about. So we are a network marketing company, and I'm really proud to be a network marketer now, 4 years later. What it is it's a distribution system. Guns N' Roses. It's a distribution system that's all built on word of mouth and driven by technology. So our business model is not sell, sell, sell. Our business model is stop, start, teach. What does that mean? We stop giving our money to places like Target, Macy's, Rite Aid, CVS, buying, wherever, GNC, Vitamin Bar, wherever we're buying this kind of stuff from. We stop going to those stores. We start buying online, either from our own digital franchise or from the store of someone here that we know, if we're not going to be a consultant. And then we teach a few people how to do the same thing. And then they duplicate that. They stop and they start and they teach. Who stops and starts and teaches, who stops and starts and teaches. And what happens is, on a small scale, it just looks like a few of us redirecting our spending, shopping online. But what happens after 3 to 5 years, which is what's happening here for me, is that there's a thing called compounding and exponential growth and geometric progression. And what happens over the course of 3 to 5 years is you've built out a network, a global network of people who have been redirecting their spending, and what happens there is a transference of wealth. Millions coming out of a soon-to-be trillion-dollar industry called health, wellness, and beauty No longer giving our money to big box retailers, and instead putting the money back into our own pockets, because we're shopping from our own stores and we're teaching other people how to do the same thing. We're teaching people how to read labels, and we're teaching them how to buy better, safer, cleaner versions of what they're already using. We're already buying this stuff. And that was like when the light bulb went off in my head. It was like, I'm already buying this stuff. I'm already buying shampoo. My husband's already buying shaving cream. I'm already buying baby wash. I'm already buying mascara. I'm already buying that stuff. But now I'm buying it for myself. So I'm no longer part of some other company's market share. I own a piece of the market now. I'm teaching people how to do the same exact thing. So that's our business model, okay? So we're teaching people how to shop online. Now, not everybody wants to be a consultant. Not everybody wants to learn how to build a business with Arbonne. Before I move on, I forgot to show you one thing that I wanted to show you, because the products, honestly, I was not a product person. I used whatever little I used. I felt the same exact way about shakes. Just another shake. I'm not doing that. Till all these people around me were experiencing great results, and I didn't actually try the nutrition line, I'm embarrassed to say, for 3 years into my business. I personally lost 30 pounds. That's me, my before and after. So the products, I mean, they're results driven. If the products didn't work, we wouldn't be a 35-year-old company, and we wouldn't be a $500 million company, right? We wouldn't. So there's a few different ways to enjoy Arbonne products if you're interested. Some people just want to try out a couple things. You know, they just want to see how a couple things work for them. We have a client program. That membership is free. We're just teaching you how to shop online. You get an account, you get your own ID, you get your own password, and you're basically shopping from, I don't want to show them again, and then you're basically shopping from someone's store. You're paying the retail prices in the catalog, which now that you understand the quality, the prestige, and the value, those are excellent value, the prices are, plus tax and shipping, but why pay full price if you can shop at a discount? So we have a discount program, and the discount program is called Preferred Client. Preferred Client, does anyone here go to Costco? So this is basically like your health and wellness. This is your health and wellness. So instead of a Costco membership, this is a health and wellness membership with Arbonne. It's $20 to be a preferred client. If you do a minimum $250 in your first order, they waive the $20 sign-up fee. When you are a preferred client with Arbonne, you're shopping at 20 to 40% off every time you shop. No monthly commitments, no obligations, just what you want, when you want it, delivered to your door. If after a year you find that you're enjoying the products, you're enjoying the membership, and you want to renew it, it's only $15 to renew. So you can shop at a discount. The third way to be part of Arbonne is as a consultant. $79 to start an Arbonne franchise. You talked about a Kumon franchise, $175.
Yeah.
I actually just met with an old coworker of mine who's now in the franchising sales business. And now that he knew that I was doing really well in Arbonne, he's like, you need to diversify. I'm like, you're right. I've actually, I'm making this money, and now I want to diversify and put it into other things. And you're right. Like, I've really been thinking about that. He's like, well, right now, this company that I'm representing is selling, their franchises for really cheap. You should take a look at it. And I'm like, great. How much? How much is it for the grocery stores? How much? He's like, well, it's $10,000. And I'm like, okay, $10,000. I'm like, so what do you get for that? He's like, the name. I'm like, well, what about like the store? And what about like the stuff on the shelves and the people and the computers and all that stuff? Like, what about that? He's like, oh, no. That's like, you have to get a loan for that. That's like $250,000. And I didn't know that that's how franchises work. You get the name, and then you have to get the lease and all that stuff. So I was like, why would I pay $10,000 for a franchise when I could pay $79 for one? And have none of the headaches, none of the overhead. I don't have a lease. I don't have employees. I don't have to pay for air conditioning. I don't have to pay for the mirrors, the counters, and any of that stuff on the shelves. Like, I'm just...
It comes hollow.
Right.
Yes.
What I get for $79 is a CEO, a senior VP of research and development, a legal department, an IT department. I get UPS that handles all of my shipping. I get all of my marketing collateral done for me. All I have to do is tell people about it.
And all the coaches and trainers.
Right?
Oh my God.
So for $79, you get the franchise. You also get 35 to 50% off your own products. And then if you're going to be doing it as a business, you definitely want to invest in some products that you have. Not to sell off your table, although you can. What this is, though, these are testers. Like when I started my business, I didn't buy products to deliver. I have networks all over the world. I can't go deliver something to Chicago. I don't have to, but I can send someone a sample to Chicago and they can shop online and Arbonne will deal with it and I get paid for it. These are just samples. These are just testers. So $79, 35 to 50% off your own orders, plus 35 to 50% off. We have bundle packages that you can take a look at if you're interested in building a business. If you're interested in building a business, I want you to see the power of what building a network looks like. Because the direct sales component, you can make a little bit of money that, but the network marketing component of this business is the wealth building component of this business. Just to give you an idea of what building a network looks like, have you all heard of a guy named Mark Zuckerberg?
Yes.
Mark Zuckerberg. He started a little social network called
He
started a little social network. And you know what he did?
Familiar.
You know how he started it? You know how he started it? Like this. He invited a few friends to his dorm room, and he told them about it, and a couple said yes. By the way, they're all billionaires today, the ones that said yes.
Yeah.
What did they do? They went online and they shared it with friends who shared with friends of friends of friends who shared with friends, and you know what I mean, how
Yes.
Facebook grew. There's over 2 billion people on Facebook in 11 years, okay? That's what building an Arbonne network looks like. I have teams in all 5 countries, Poland, Canada, Australia, the UK, and of course the US. We just promoted out our first district manager in London. I've never met that woman. You know what? Because I told Clark, and Clark told Mia, and Mia told Kiki, and Kiki's married to DC, who's from London, who told her sister in London, who's Anne, and all of a sudden Anne's blowing it up in London. And guess what? Guess what Arbonne says to me? Thank you. Thank you. Here's a check for having a little tiny something to do with Anne in London building a network. So that's the power of this business. I want you guys to see this because when I took a look at this business, I thought, oh, how cute. Carrie wants me to sell lipsticks. I wasn't interested in selling lipsticks. I wasn't interested in making $200 a month. I was looking to totally reinvent myself and transform my financial situation. This is when I started listening to her. We all start out as independent consultants, and the person and your upline who brought you into the business, it's our job to teach you, to train you how to present this business, how to represent the products, how to show people how to order. That's our job, to teach you how to do that. We all start out as independent consultants, and the first level of management is called district manager. How many district managers do I have in this room? 2. Great. And you'll be in qualification for area manager. I'll tell you what that means. District manager, the average time to get there is about 3 months. The average income is about $200 to about $1,000 a month working part-time, about 10 to 20 hours a week. Doing something that you were already doing before Arbonne, you just weren't getting paid for it. You were already showering. You were already washing your face. You were already wearing deodorant. You were already brushing your teeth. You were already wearing sunscreen. Some people were, already wearing lipstick or mascara. Maybe you guys only at night. I don't know.
True.
I got that joke.
That's so true. I get
I
it.
got that joke from a guy. He's like, I don't wear mascara. He's like,
How did you
"Well,
know?
huh?"
How did you know?
Still has some on.
I stole that line from someone. A guy, Clark, who's actually earning his free Mercedes tonight, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So we're getting paid $200 to $1,000 a month doing something that we were already doing before Arbonne. We were also recommending things before Arbonne. How many of you have ever recommended something that you like? A movie, a restaurant, a salon, a shoe store? How many of you have ever checked in on Facebook? You're a network marketer.
How many times?
How many times in a day? Every minute.
No more sleeping.
How many of you have ever written on Yelp? Anyone ever do like a Yelp app? You're a network marketer, but you weren't getting paid for that. Arbonne pays us, right? So that's district manager. The second level is called area manager. This is where your business becomes willable. That's huge. As a parent, that was huge for me. For me, it was like, I had to do this because it was the responsible thing to do. Who can will their business? If something happens to your significant other and they can't go to work anymore, is that company going to continue to give you checks? No. In Arbonne, they do. Because your network is still going to continue to consume, and your network is most likely going to continue to grow. So even though if something happens to me, I'm not here anymore, the sons still come to my check. The check still comes to my son. The average time to get to area manager is about 11 months, 5 to 11 months. I did it in 6. The average income is about $1,000 to about $4,000 a month, working part-time. I predict that you are an area manager qualification by the end of the day. How long have you been doing this business?
8 months.
8 months, so we're average. This is average. You're just doing it, right? We're just consistent, that's all. There's nothing special about me. The only thing that's different about me and you is that I've been doing it longer. I've had the opportunity, because I've been doing it longer, to talk to more people, and my network has had the opportunity to compound and grow exponentially because I've been doing it for a longer amount of time, right? The next level is called Regional Vice President. That's the car level. We have a partnership with Mercedes-Benz. That to me was also a sign that this was kosher, that it was legit. If there was anything that was not cool going on with Arbonne, Mercedes would not partner up with us. So we have a partnership with Mercedes-Benz. At this level, we don't earn the car, we earn the bonus. We get an $800 bonus in our check on top of our monthly commissions, which are between $4,000 and $14,000 a month, working part-time. The average time to get there is about 2 years. I did it in 22 months. Okay. The top of the company is called National Vice President. We get $1,000 towards the car at that level, so you can get a nicer car if you want, or if you're cheap like me, you can pocket more money. I found the cheapest car I could find. I got one for $399, and I pocket the rest of it because I didn't really care about the car. But if you don't get the car, you don't get the money, so just get the car. So the average income for a National Vice President is about $21,500 a month. And the average time to get there is 3 to 5 years. I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm average. I'm average. All I did was follow a system. All I did was teach people how to stop, start, teach. All I did was share this business concept with people. And all I did was share the products that are attached to the business concept with people. That's all we do. It's very simple. And it has to be, because as your network grows into thousands, 30,000 people, it has to be such a simple, lean, green process that 30,000 people can do it seamlessly, right? So if you're, have all these ideas in your head, stop. Stop, start, teach. You don't have to do anything creative. That was the hardest thing for me because I was paid to be a creative. I wanted to be creative. Don't be creative. Just stick to the system. It's so simple. And this is what you're looking at in 3 to 5 years. So I'm going to wrap it up. I encourage you guys to try some of the products. Touch them, smell them, try them, go in the bathroom and wash your face if you want, make a shake if you want. But what I want to wrap it up with is really 2 questions. The first question is, instead of asking yourself, what if this doesn't work? Ask yourself, what if this does? What if this crazy lady up here that drove from LA is right? And I am, because I'm one of thousands of vice presidents in Arbonne. Thousands. There's not just one person at the top in Arbonne. In fact, people say, is this a pyramid? Because a pyramid looks like this, right? There's only room for one person at the top. That CEO, no one's getting that CEO's job unless he or she dies. There's, someone down here is not getting this job up here, right? So this is a pyramid. That's corporate America. This is Arbonne. We all start out right here. We all start out going like, what the heck did I sign up for?
Yeah, I did.
But you learn, and then we all have the opportunity to grow to the top.
Yeah.
My job is to help as many people get to the top as possible, and I feel like if the corporate world and the advertising world worked in the way that Arbonne works, it would be a much more positive planet because we'd all be helping each other up.
Can I just say one thing? In the short time, a couple of weeks that I've been a consultant with Arbonne, I've never seen a company in my life